Fight night, Strickland versus Hernandez. Let's break down the entire card. Now, guys, before I start, I want to talk a bit about sports betting in general, okay? So, sports betting has been getting a bad rap. The reason it's been getting a bad rap is because most gamblers are not gambling to make money. They're gambling to feel something. They're gambling to get a dopamine hit. They're gambling to make watching more enjoyable. That's why they gamble on every fight. That's why they make crazy long shot parlays that never cash. And honestly, I was the same. I was the same. I wouldn't be here telling you that I didn't have that problem. But after a bit, I understood that I want to be a professional. I want to make money. I'm not here to bet on every fight. I'm here to bet on fights where I see there's an edge. I'm here to bet in a consistent manner, meaning only risking a certain percentage of my bankroll. And 2026 is going to be my year, guys. I've already had two profitable events, and I'm already profitable for this year since we started. And I'm going to give you a full card breakdown, but I'm gonna tell you where I feel best, where I think are the best bets, and you're gonna make the decision of whether you want to gamble because you're a gambler and you want to keep giving sports betting a bad rap, or you're smart, you're sharp, and you want to make money, right? So let's start with the first fight. So the first fight is Carly Judice and Juliana Miller, right? So we got two women here. Usually, I don't like betting on women's fights. It just doesn't end well. Look at Bruna Brazil. This card. She blew one of my bets that would have made my card way more profitable. But, it is what it is. But here, I actually want to make a bet, and I already put on a bet. And that bet was on Carly Judice. Now, why I want to bet on Carly Judice? Because she's what I call a bread and butter fighter. She's consistent. You know what you're getting, right? And that's the fighters I want to invest in. On the other hand, Juliana Miller is the opposite. She's definitely not a bread and butter. She's like unpredictable. She can be a killer like her last fight, or she can look like shit. I think that if she's gonna fight Carly Judice, I think that she's gonna look like shit. Not because she may be unprepared, but because Carly Judice is a way better fighter. She has, in my opinion, the takedown defense. Although I need to do some more research, but I think she has the takedown defense to keep the fight standing. And if the fight stays on the feet, she's just gonna piece Juliana Miller. Probably, I can see a knockout. I can really see a knockout here. Juliana Miller got knocked out easily by another grappler. Remember the fight she had with Luana Santos? She got destroyed in the first round. Judice has been looking good. She had a rough start in the UFC, but overall, all her wins are coming by knockout, right? We got her fight against Eunice Duban, who had like this crazy knockout on Contender. She destroyed her. Then she got a knockout against another contender, Nicole Cagliari. I see a knockout here, guys, and let's see what we're getting for the knockout. Where is that? Carly Judice. Do we have the props? We have the props already. Show me the KO prop. So where it is? Oh, it's already on Polymarket. Okay, no, that's not right. No, that's Miller Judice by KO 169. I don't know. That's not the best, but I see a KO here. Anyway, guys, take her money line. Like, I already put a bet on her, and I already saw the line going down. So if you want to bet on her, you better hurry. Anyway, she's gonna win. Next fight we got Yadier Del Valle and Jordan Leviat. We got two grapplers here. The Monkey King and Yadier Del Valle, the Cuban problem. This is another fight where I see Del Valle getting the job done. He's a much better grappler, in my opinion. In my opinion, he's gonna be a problem. Like, he's gonna be a real problem in this division. Jordan Levitt, he's a good grappler. I'll give him that, but he's coming down a weight class from lightweight to featherweight. Although he's coming off a weight class, I think he's gonna look smaller compared to Yadier Del Valle. And if this fight stays on the feet, Del Valle will probably knock him out. If it goes to, if they're gonna grapple, I see Del Valle subbing him. I see Del Valle winning by a finish. And I also think the money line is already starting going down for him as well. So give me Yadier is the way better fighter. He just is. We saw that Jordan Levitt, anytime he goes against a grappler that is better than him, he gets choked. And Del Valle is a better grappler than him. So give me Del Valle to get the job done by finish. Next fight, we got John Paul Lebonosiani and Phil Rowe. Honestly, I respect you guys, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen the Dana White Contender Series fight of this guy, so why would I give you a breakdown for a fighter that I didn't even watch, right? It's not the best thing to do, so I'm just gonna let you guys do the research for that one. Next fight, Ramiz Brahimaj and Poniel Suriano. So I like to get fighters that are like up and comers, right? I like momentum in fighters. I think that's a real problem. And we got a guy here who's a master in getting the guillotine choke. Now, what we know about Puna is a good striker, but he likes to wrestle, right? I see that scenario where he tries to get a takedown on Puna, like the Puna tries to get a takedown here, and he gets submitted. Now, in addition to that, we saw how Ramiz has improved his striking as well, right? His striking looks a lot better. So I like Ramiz here. Now, will I put a bet here? Probably not, because I can see a scenario where Puna is just keeping the fight standing and maybe piecing up Ramiz, maybe getting a knockout. He has power, right? So that's another scenario I can definitely see, and that's why I'm gonna avoid betting this fight most likely. But I like Ramiz to get the job done. Next fight. This is a fight I really like. We got Jocelyn Edwards and Nora Cornell. So both of them fought in the past, and it was a very close fight. I think it was a split decision where Nora Cornell won. But since then, Nora Cornell is degrading. Like, every performance I see her, she just looks worse. Now, she did have decent opposition, right? Like Jacqueline Cavalcanti. I don't know how they decided that was a split. That's actually very worrisome to think that they gave a split, because Cavalcanti completely destroyed her in that fight. Then she had a fight against Carol Rosa. It was a unanimous decision win for Carol Rosa. Complete dominance. And I think that Jocelyn Edwards has just been... She just improved way more. I think that she's shown to be improving in a much better sense, and her striking is really starting to look better. Now, I will say that the competition she had is not the best, right? It's not the best. And on the other hand, Nora Cornell competition was way better, right? So I don't agree with the odds that I see. I did put her in one of my parlays, and now when I think about it with you guys, I actually think the value is in Nora Cornell. Now, what is value if you don't win, right? If she doesn't win, but let's say if this fight stays on the feet, which I believe it should. I don't know. Like Cornell is a good striker, right? So I think this is just maybe taking the over here. Both of them are tough. I see this fight going the distance. So I might just take the over. But there's better spots. Anyway, if Jocelyn loses, it's probably going to be by decision. And yeah, this is a... Like I felt like I had a good read about Jocelyn, but now when I'm looking deeper into who Nora fought and who Jocelyn fought, and the fact that they already had a fight and Cornell won, I don't know. It might be a trap. It feels like a trap. Nora can definitely win. She shouldn't be this big of an underdog. I think the bookies are missing something. So if you put your money on Jocelyn, just be cautious because she can definitely lose. She's not a bread and butter fighter. Yeah, next fight is Alden Correa and Luis Garula. So again, we got two fighters who are good, but I was impressed by Alden Correa so much in his debut. He looked like a phenom. Like the guy outboxed, outgrappled someone who's been like considered a very like top level, not top level, but like he was like Costa was considered like someone in the flyweight division, right? And he completely destroyed him in that fight on the feet and on the grappling. I know he injured his, I don't know, his toes or some shit, but I was very impressed by Correa. On the other hand, when we look at Luis Garole, I don't know, man. Like the guy came in, he fought against a wrestler, like a wrestler that has very low level of striking, with all the respect, in his Dana White contender. He won by split decision, although I didn't think he should have won. Then he fought against two fighters, Audie Osborne, who's a more of a striker, who completely destroyed him, got the second round knockout, and then Aguilar, who just outworked him and won the rounds. I can see Alden Correa just doing the same thing that Aguilar did, but I don't know Correa enough, to really again lay. He's a big favorite already, so it's it's hard for me to lay that chalk on him, because Garule, if he comes primed and his back is against the wall at this point, he can definitely put on a show. So probably the fight I would avoid. But if I had to pick a guy, I would pick Correa to get the job done. Another fight where I haven't done enough tape work on, LAB, so I'll skip. And then we got Chidi and Carlos Leal. So Carlos Leal, for the first time in his career, got knocked the fuck out by a 40-year-old fighter who's, I don't know, like, it was a very surprising knockout. He got slept, like, and that never happened to a guy like Carlos Leal. He's taking Chidi. Now, Chidi is a very high-level kickboxer. And If this fight is gonna stay on the feet, I can see like I can see Chidi doing the same thing Salikov did, and that's getting a knockout. I think he's gonna be the better striker, and I don't see Lial trying to take him down or having the ability to take him down because Chidi has a really good takedown defense, and I think Chidi is I think he's the underdog in this one. Let's see. Where is Chidi? Yeah, he's the underdog. I like Chidi at this spot. I have to say, I think he's the better striker, and Lial coming off his first knockout. I don't know how much of reliance he's gonna have on his chin like he usually had, or just march forward. I don't think we're gonna see it here. I think that he's gonna be way more hesitant, and Chidi is not a guy you want to be hesitant against. So yeah, give me Chidi to get the job done. I see him even getting a finish. Next fight we got Michel Pereira and Zach Reese. Man, Michel Pereira at some point in his career seemed like he's gonna be the next champion, but then he just went downhill. Especially after that fight he had against Fluffy. He's taking Zach Reese. You know, if this fight stays standing, both have the ability to knock out the other guy, like each other. Like Michel Pereira got knocked viciously by Dawkins. Zach Reese is coming off a submission win against Jackson McVee. Another fight I will avoid. You know what I will say? Take the under in this one. Someone is gonna get finished. So if there's anything I like in this fight, it's probably the under. Fight not going the distance. Both of them have chin issues. Both of them have the tendency to finish who they're fighting against. Both of them are very aggressive fighters. I do see the under happening here. Like, it's probably gonna happen in the first round in my opinion. So under 1.5. I don't know. Wait for the odds for the under 2.5, but I don't see this fight going the distance. Both have chin issues. Both are finishers. Both are very aggressive strikers. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. The next fight is Sergey Spivak and Ante Delija. Again, Spivak tends to just give up. What is Delija going to do? He's gonna come forward and lay bombs, right? This fight depends on how good Delija ability to defend takedowns will be. I think he's gonna be able to defend the takedowns of Spivak. So give me Delija to get the knockout. Spivak is just, I don't know, the guy gives up. He got outstruck by what's his name? He fought this last card, Jailton Almeida. So yeah, not impressed. Give me Delija to get the job done. Probably a knockout. How much are we getting for Delija here? 157. Yeah, I think that's a good number. I think he can definitely pull it on Spivak and get him out of there in the first round. We saw what he's all about. Next fight we got Costa and Dan Ige. I had a conversation about this fight with Tyler, and like the pick, I think that Costa can win. If Costa wins, it's probably gonna be by decision. Like Ige was never finished. It's very durable, very defensively sound. Costa, on the other hand, is also durable. He got finished only, I think, by Garcia. I see Costa decision happening, but one fight that is just that I can't erase from my mind is the fight he had with Julian Erosa, where he just gassed in the third round, and Julian Erosa was laying bombs on him. But Erosa doesn't have the power that Ige does. And Erosa had a very strange game plan, like trying to strike with a guy like Costa. I thought he would use his jiu-jitsu, his guillotine, and like Darces and all that, but he didn't for some reason. Now Ige is he's a good striker, but he can get taken down. He can get controlled. I can see Costa taking him down and just laying on him, um, like winning rounds like that. And Costa has been looking better and better. Like that knockout he had on Morgan Sherrier was crazy. The way he just put him out, a guy that was never knocked out. That was crazy. And then getting to a decision with Rosso, who has no chin. Decision against Philly, guillotine against Philly. He's good, man. So Costa is the pick, but Ige is live for a third round finish if Costa gases. That's a possibility. But Costa again, I like betting on fighters that come with momentum, right? On the other hand, Ige is not coming with momentum, but who he fought? He fought against the top level, like the top competition. He fought against Pitbull. He fought against Murphy, who's ranked number one now, and that was a very close fight. He lost against Lopez, so he got wins against lower level competition. That's what Costa has been fighting against, but against higher level, he's losing. But is Costa on that level? I don't think so. So will I lay the chalk on Costa? No, probably not. I think that Ige can definitely surprise some people here. So I think it's like for me it's probably a no bet, but the value is definitely on Ige. Next fight we got Geoff Neal and Uros Medic at 170. This is another fight that I don't see going the distance. Two dangerous strikers. Geoff Neal coming off his first KO loss, I think, against Carlos Prates, who completely destroyed him. Medic has power. He's a very dangerous dude. I think we might see Neal getting takedowns in this fight and maybe controlling Uros like that. He did lose in the third round. He was knocked out before against Kevin Holland. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, he can definitely get knocked out here. I see him. But again, Uros Medic is not that high level. He's just not. Like the guy like Joff went to a split decision with Ian Gary. I can see him winning this. Let's see. Like I'm sure that Geoff Neal is gonna be the favorite. Yeah, and he should. Medic 2.6. Yeah, I see Neal getting the job done. Medic has had chin problems as well. I can see Geoff Neal getting a knockout here. And the last fight, the main event, Sean Strickland and Anthony Hernandez. I've been saying this. I think that the only guy that can actually win against Khamzat in this division, 185, I think it's Hernandez. He is the only guy that, in my opinion, can outwork Khamzat in the wrestling. His gas tank is something to be studied. I think that he has a better gas tank than Merab. And honestly, I'm gonna be real honest here. Sean Strickland has a good gas tank as well. Sean Strickland can definitely win this fight. if it stays on the feet, I see Sean Strickland outstriking Anthony Hernandez, and Sean Strickland also has decent takedown defense and wrestle and get up game. So this fight might be closer than the odds suggest. Like Anthony Hernandez, again, he can drown anyone, but I don't know. Like Sean Strickland being this much of a dog when he's definitely like the better striker. He will definitely win the exchanges on the feet. It just depends how much Hernandez is gonna push the wrestling, and I think he's gonna push the wrestling. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely gonna push the wrestling. But how good will Strickland defend it, and for how long will he be able to defend it? Because I don't think Strickland has ever faced a guy that just keeps coming at you again, again, every round, nonstop. How will he approach it? I think this might be a good live betting scenario. Like if we see that Strickland manages, if I see Strickland managing to survive, like let's say at the second round of takedown attempts that Hernandez is gonna be trying to put on him, I can definitely see this fight going like see Strickland maybe getting a late finish or winning a decision. I don't know. Again, maybe a live spot for me, but I'm gonna pick the dog. I'm gonna pick Strickland. I don't know. I have a feeling that he can get the job done, and you see money coming at him. Like people are betting on Sean. Probably see what I see, and Hernandez, he got finished at the past. Like he got finished by body shots. I think it was Kevin Holland that finished him. It's something that Strickland can definitely do. So I'm gonna pick Strickland to get a job done. Yeah, that's it, guys. If you enjoy the content, make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, share your opinion. Don't be a stranger. Say something in the comment section. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.